Did I lose any time today? I don't think so. I was only like 10 or 12 seconds up on 8th, I think, Clermont. No, overall, when I first heard of the idea of Tour of Colorado, as it was initially called, then became the US Pro Cycling Challenge. It's still a bit of a mouthful. I thought, wow, racing in Colorado, that would be great. What sort of altitudes do they go to? Because I know Colorado's kind of high. Oh, and then I saw some of the course details. We're like, oh, normally as cycling, we have our certain little protocols that we follow for preparing for the tour and the big races and so on. And it takes up fairly large blocks of time. But to race over 3,700 metres, you need larger blocks of time, and that I didn't have. So on a sporting point of view, I came here with ambitions, but no great expectations, because of course I hadn't ride my bike since the tour, with everything that was going on since the tour. And so on a sporting side, I didn't perform sort of at my very, very best, but considering my lead up and so on, I thought it was a pretty good result. Other than the time trial in Vail, I thought I had a little bit more. I could have got onto the results sheet, but for whatever reasons, that didn't happen. And then for the racing, I think the racing was very, very, very competitive, especially when we take into account the altitude. Maybe everyone's sick of hearing it, but when guys come here, someone who has a week of altitude to prepare, for example, against someone with 3 weeks of altitude, time and altitude, maybe it's still a 5 or 10% difference. When we're talking about some of the best riders in the world, a 5 or 10% difference can make a really large difference. So on the sporting point of view, that sort of made some big discrepancies, but I give full compliments to Levi. He prepared well. I imagine he was really motivated and focused for this race. But I was surprised that he and his team could keep it together for the first 2 days, so compliments to them, and I think had a really deserving victor, and especially racing in America, having an American victor is probably also good for the initialisation of the race and so on. Not that I'd give him the win if I was able to win it. And then the crowds and so on. I haven't raced, I don't know if I've ever raced anywhere seriously in my career where people have been so appreciative to have us here. The amount of people that said to me before the stage, after the stage, and during the stage, thank you for coming to Colorado, thank you for being here, thank you for supporting this race and so on. Everyone was really, really appreciative about that. And from my point of view, as a personal thing, I go away from this race thinking, wow, I really want to come back because everyone's just so nice to me. There are some other races in the world where I go away and I think, man, I don't want to ever come back to this race because people aren't particularly well mannered. So that's something that stays in my mind, and so that's not something that a race organizer or someone can control. That's just the ambience that a race creates, and that's sort of not really always controllable. But yeah, Colorado and the cycling culture and the timing and the great race, the great weather and so on, the great racing that we had, it all contributes to this. And I think from what I saw anyway, it looked like a really successful race. I had fun, and for the rest, I hope it was good for everyone.